The A-10 Thunderbolt II has been a member of the 74th, 75th, and 76th Fighter Squadron dating back to 1980. The first flight was May 10th, 1972. The A-10 Thunderbolt was used by the 74th and 76th in Desert Storm, but the 75th played a major role in Desert Storm as well because that unit was taken and their people were divided up between the two units. I was a 75th weapons loader during that time frame, and I deployed with the 76th. The A-10 was actually on the chopping block before Desert Storm. Then General Horner saw all the reviews and how capable the A-10 was and how successful it was. They had outbriefed Iraqi officers and said that the A-10 scared them the most because they said that it loitered around the area with long periods of time and hit their targets with deadly accuracy. So General Horner extended the life of the A-10. And the A-10 has been modified. It's now a C model. It's got a glass cockpit. That basically means it's a lot of digital instead of push button. The A-10 holds a gigantic gun that's called the GAL-8 Avenger. It can hold 1,174 rounds, but typically they fly with 1,150 rounds in a combat mix. And it's capable of shooting 4,200 rounds a minute in high rate and 2,100 rounds a minute in low rate, but it's at a fixed rate of 3,900 rounds a minute. We have 11 pylons, which are basically loading stations on this aircraft. Typically on either station 1 or 11, they fly with AIM-9s just in case if they have to go to an air-to-air roll. And then on the opposite end of the device that holds the AIM-9s, you have typically a ECM pod on the other end. But it can use several different loadouts depending on what mission the aircraft needs to do. The pilot is protected in a titanium tub. That way if people shoot at them all day long, they're still protected. To show the durability of the A-10, I give an example of Colonel Dave Sawyer, who was the wing commander of the 23rd Tactical Fighter Wing at England Air Force Base when we were in Desert Storm. He is one of 4 people that have landed the A-10 without hydraulics. He was shot up in combat, but still managed to land the aircraft successfully. In 2003, Captain Kim Campbell, she was a member of the 75th Fighter Squadron, and she successfully landed the A-10, which was also shot up and did not have hydraulics. We've had some marvelous feats with the A-10. Here at Moody Air Force Base, we have an actual historic aircraft because it shot down a Mi-8 HIP during Desert Storm. This particular aircraft, along with the F-105, which we talked about previously, were both a part of the 355th. This is a 75 model. I personally saw this aircraft land at Pope Air Force Base in '92. It had a beautiful paint scheme on it, which was the old green. Sadly, we went to the gray paint scheme, but it's still a mean-looking aircraft. If you look on the front of the aircraft, you see the famous Flying Tiger teeth. Those are the first aircraft in the 23rd Wing history to have the wraparound teeth on the front. All the other aircraft, if you look at them, they either stopped at the dome, or if you look at the A-7, it has an open intake, so there's no teeth that are wrapped around. So in the early 80s, they had a competition, and an airman from the medical group actually won the competition to design the teeth that went on the A-10.